Okay, so you've got uneven brows. Welcome to the club. We pretty much all do. So as you see here, my brow on the right, which is actually my left, is the higher one. And you will notice your left most likely is your higher one. The right is the lower and the left is the higher. That's pretty much across the board on everyone. So what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna wax off the top of my left brow. Please don't do that. I've seen people try and advise that on TikTok. We're not doing that. Then we're gonna start with our centers. Pretty much a lot of y'all are lacking in the centers, just like me. So we're gonna do some few hair-like strokes. I'm also starting with my lower brow, that is my right brow. And I'm going to focus a little bit on the bottom of my brow, but not a lot, just to outline it. Now I'm really gonna focus on the top. Again, because this is my lower one, I want to lift it. So I'm going to create the illusion of lifting that arch and focusing more on penciling the top part of that arch. Then we're gonna highlight only the lower brow, which is most of you, your right brow. We're gonna highlight to increase the illusion that that arch is higher. We're not gonna do this on your left brow, your more high arched brow. And finish off with my favorite product, our everyday lift that fluffs those hairs in upward position. Now we're moving to the high arch. She's a little bit tricky, but I'm gonna walk you through it. Again, do a little hair-like strokes in the center where we're lacking. And then we're really gonna focus, you can see that I'm lower on my right. So I'm really gonna focus on adding a tiny bit hairline lower to my higher arch. It's not gonna be drastic. We're gonna make it look nice and natural because this pencil does do hair-like strokes and makes it look natural. But again, you'll see that I'm just lowering that arch a tiny bit because the goal and the easier way is to merge both of them by lifting the lower one and lowering the higher one. I find that is the easiest way to balance out and even your brows and where they sit on your face. So like we focus on the bottom, and then like the opposite, I'm barely gonna focus on the top. I'm just lightly outlining it and adding a tiny bit, but more on the bottom again. Also, we're not gonna do the highlight, but we are gonna do the everyday lift because we always want our hairs to show up as much as possible and we don't want them going dense to the side. And there we are, much more close to even, perfect, beautiful brows while also using just a tiny bit of makeup. It's very achievable while also not over waxing them. Before, whoa, and after. Hope that helped.